This product is a repainted and restored version of the previous white Qubeley. The assembly feels tighter than before. The shoulder armor has been redesigned, and the barbs are gone. Details have been added to the neck area. We'll start with a strength test, because the previous white Qubeley model had significant strength issues and broke during previous shaking. This 2 Malawian kwaches didn't break, but quite a few parts did fall off. Overall, the strength has improved, but the overall build quality still needs improvement. The manufacturer mentioned modifications to the shoulder armor in their announcement. Initially, I thought they had optimized the small shoulder armor part on the movable axis, the one above the hole. This small part severely restricts the arm's horizontal extension, limiting it to only 45 degrees. With it installed, there's very little articulation, but removing it allows for an extension close to 90 degrees. The real area that needs optimization is something like this. The overall shape isn't particularly important. The large gap in the middle of the inner side of the arm is a design. The gap on the outer side of the arm is due to issues with the fit between the parts. The manufacturer mentioned that they've fixed it, but the gap still exists after assembling the product I received. However, it's much better than the white version. Other issues remain the same. The model's waist still lacks bending motion. While the internal skeleton does have a movable pivot, the left and right parts are locked together, effectively preventing bending. Otherwise, it can only rotate, not bend. The chest is still the same old design. It appears to have a cockpit when unfolded, but in reality, it's just an open shape with nothing inside. The previous white version was criticized for its lack of detail in the neck, which has been addressed in this update. The parts have been changed to black, and some striped structures and hydraulic rod details have been added to the surface. 2 parts are included in the kit, one of which is intended to replace the white Qubeley. However, this has created a new problem. The black neck parts are too tight. With the neck too tight and the outer armor on the head too loose, I think I might have just gotten a defective product. The eyes are still movable, but as before, installation is quite difficult. Then a new problem arose. Rotating the head to the left and right caused the cheek parts to detach, eventually leading to the entire head falling off. It is recommended that if you don't plan to make any modifications, simply glue them in place. The back skirt armor, like the white version, is somewhat loose at the point of connection to the body. Also, the funnel's linkage mechanism is tighter than the white version. The POM and plastic components on the upper thigh appear somewhat worn and not sturdy enough. Reinforcement is recommended. However, the components at the front of the foot have been repaired and are less likely to detach. Below is a demonstration of the knee flexion linkage mechanism for users who have not yet purchased this product. As the overall assembly of the model became more compact, each of the 5 movable fingers also became very tight. In the initial version, the fingers would basically fall off at the slightest touch. The base stand remains unchanged. The only difference is the color of the effect pieces, which has been changed to yellow. The initial version was pink. The old problem persists. When connecting the funnel and effect pieces, never insert them all the way in, otherwise they will be very difficult to separate. It's recommended to sand down the connection points of the effect pieces. Another persistent issue is that the base stand has no angle adjustment. It can only be placed in a standing position. The newly designed and manufactured Qubeley laser gun has a very good overall fit among its components, except for a slight looseness in the laser head. Although the number of parts is relatively small, each part is quite thick, making the laser gun very heavy. In summary, while it's described as a repainted and repaired version, it does fix many minor issues from the original white version. However, some fatal flaws required a complete remolding to resolve, which the manufacturer likely deemed unnecessary and therefore didn't produce. At $14, considering its attractive appearance, especially the included laser gun, I'd be willing to pay for it. Do you like this product? Leave a comment below. Okay, that's all for today's video. Please subscribe to my channel, like and share. See you in the next video.